Yeah.
Alright, hello
I just keep
everybody.
it steady on the
Welcome back
magic.
to the
Do my
Uproot
thing, I'm healing, it's
podcast.
fantastic.
We're gonna just have some good
If I fall, I was
conversation
automatic.
about some good topics.
You ain't
some
know
good
now,
people.
you know. I'm the one raise myself like a tree from the roots. West side girl, cause she lit in the coast. East side girl when she speaks to the roots. Stay 100 cause she on with the truth. Been there on struggle, know that it pass. Only going up, yeah, the pain don't last. Ooh, take off. Ooh, take off. Ooh, take off. This is take off. Shorty like Brandy, fight like Monica. What you know about her? Baby girl rising, way to the top. Shaking the world, don't expect her to stop. Purpose so great, she get what she got. Follow her step, cause she following God. What you need more, got a heart full of gold. Even at times when it's raining and cold. Ooh, she bout take off.
Hey everybody, it's your girl Hannah, aka Roots Out. Welcome back to the Uprooted podcast and your weekly installment of Manifest Mondays. I am so excited to do this with y'all. This is easily becoming one of my new favorite segments and personal reminders to do my manifesting, and I just get to do it with all y'all. So welcome. So excited to have y'all. This is gonna be a good week. It's gonna be a good week. What's up, y'all? Welcome to Manifest Mondays. Your dose of positivity for the week. This week, I really just want to focus on this idea of divorcing shame. So if you guys didn't see, hey Dawite. If you guys didn't see, I dropped my poem. Some of y'all be harassing me for my poetry and shit in my DMs. And so I dropped my poem, Survivor. If you haven't seen it, it's on my feed. And I've been thinking about this heavily, this idea of shame that carries that we carry with us when things happen to us, right? So when I was writing Survivor, hey sis, how are you? So when I was writing the poem Survivor, I was just thinking about not only my own personal journey, but the journey that so many people are going to have to take right now that are in the war, that are getting out of the war, those of us that are affected by the war. In Tigray, I'm specifically talking about Tigray genocide. But also if you're from a region that is also experiencing this, this applies to you too. So this idea of what it means to be a survivor of something so traumatic, something so horrific, and there's a lot of shame around it. There's a lot of guilt around it. I remember distinctly being younger, and sorry if this is loud, y'all. When I was younger, and this idea of the poor African kid and the starving African, and I just remember having so much shame around that. And I realized it's because I was looking at it from the wrong perspective. There was nothing shameful that I did. The shameful thing was what was done to us, right? And being able to shift that perspective was so meaningful and life-altering for me. So I've been thinking about that a lot, and that this journey of understanding and grappling with your identity is so difficult for a lot of us. But if you can at least start looking at it differently and take the shame out of it. Take the shame out of it, because what our people are going through, there is nothing to be ashamed of. This is not our doing. That evil is not our burden to carry. The women who are being abused, I don't want them to carry that shame, because there's nothing for them to be ashamed of. These people are crazy and they're doing that to us. So why should we now then carry the shame of it, So that's what I've been thinking about, that in terms of healing. And when you're on your healing journey, that's going to be in your shadow work. So if you haven't started doing some of your processing and healing work, that's going to come up as an obstacle for you a lot. I know it came up for me. It comes up for anyone who's in this position. No problem, Baki. When you are doing your healing work and when you are sitting here with all the trauma that our people are facing, it's going to bring up a lot of other triggers for you, of other times where you felt like you were powerless, or something harmful was done to you, and harmful or violent it's up to you, right? That definition is yours and yours alone. You're gonna feel that. You're gonna feel lots of layers to it. And I know for me, one of the things that was holding back my healing was this shame around it. This shame that, like, I didn't want to be looked at a certain way. I didn't want to be looked at like this poor, fragile being, or whatever the case is. There's a lot to it to unpack. But what I really want for everyone is to understand the shame is not yours to hold. And if you can find a way to reframe that and to understand that a shameful thing was done to you or done to somebody you love. Sorry, got a phone call. Or that a shameful thing was just done in general, and we shouldn't be okay with that. So for me, what I hope for all of you guys is that when I say divorce the shame, it's divorce the feeling that it's your burden to carry. And when you're able to do that, you lighten the load on yourself, especially anyone who's dealing with stress, which is pretty much probably everybody in this room. It will lighten the load. It doesn't mean that what's happening is gonna stop. It just stops hurting you as much, if that makes sense, and it gets you to a stronger place to continue fighting and doing the work that you need to do and fulfilling your purpose. So that's what I want for everyone. So that's what I hope that wasn't too much. That's just been my thoughts and reflections for this week and what I wanted to sow into us as a people. And so for visually, y'all, my laptop. Visually for people, as I'm manifesting this for you guys, so let me start actually being intentional. Okay, Abby, she said, I'm gonna divorce, right? Listen, divorce it. Divorce the shame. I will be vulnerable and transparent with you guys. The shame for me really centers around my idea of femininity and like what sexuality means to me as a woman, because I feel like it's always defined for me, and it's always what society thinks it should be, and how a woman is supposed to show up, and how we are supposed to act, and how we're supposed to, there's so many weird rules and regulations around women and our sexuality that I feel like, I don't know, they never really seem to come from the actual woman. It usually is coming from someone telling her what to do or what to be. And I say that as if I'm not speaking for my own experience. That's how I have felt. I have always felt that. And so I'm divorcing, for me, I am divorcing the idea of shame around any part of my sexuality and who I am and how I show up as a woman. And so I'm going to manifest that for myself, or I already have, but I'm going to continue to manifest that for myself. And then what I want to manifest for all of you, hey y'all, if you're just joining, what I want to manifest for all of you guys this week is that you find the thing that you need to divorce yourself from, whatever that shame is, that you feel like currently right now is holding you back from living your best life. Like, divorce it and move forward, because it's not worth it and it's not your shame to carry. So what I'm manifesting for all of you guys, where's my little stones? Oh, okay, it's okay, I can see them, so I'm gonna just believe they're here. So if I'm manifesting this for y'all, I manifest a life for you where other people's opinions are not more important than yours, for yourself. I hope that makes sense. I manifest a future for you where when the decision is, does this make me happy, or is this going to offend somebody else? You know, like if there's a question of judgment, I'm manifesting for you that you're always going to choose yourself, and you're going to put your happiness and your purpose and the love and light that you are supposed to be in this world before other people's judgment of where you're supposed to be. I manifest for you a future that your reality is so beautiful and better than what you dreamed of, because you decided to live it and go for it, that you'd rather be awake than be asleep all the time. And for anybody who suffered through depression, you know what that means, that you'd actually rather be awake for your life, and alert. I manifest that for you, that your life is full with so much joy you can't capture it all, that you don't let the idea of shame and what are people gonna think stop you from living your best life. I manifest that. I manifest lightness for you guys. I manifest that you walk in this world authentically yourself, that you walk in this world on purpose, living in your purpose, and sharing your purpose with everyone that is supposed to be touched by it. Yeah, I manifest that for y'all. So that's what I have for y'all today in terms of Manifest Monday. I kind of like this idea of manifesting for people specifically. So if you're just joining and didn't get to catch the first part of what I was talking about, let me just do a little recap for y'all. First and foremost, manifestation, right, is this idea that we're going to speak our existence, and we're going to not only ask the universe, but believe that the universe can deliver and will deliver. And with that, I talked today specifically about the idea of shame and how shame will stop you from living your best life because you're too afraid to. And most of the time that shame isn't anything that you've done. A lot of the times it's things that were done to you, and that part of what keeps you in that prison is the shame that's attached with it. And if you can divorce yourself from it, then you can free yourself and move forward. And so that's what my manifestation is centered around. You can go and visualize though for yourself. So go and sit in your meditation in your happy spot, whatever that looks like for you. And I want you to visualize what your future looks like now, that there isn't shame attached to it. So if you weren't afraid of that thing, what would you be doing? I want you to visualize that and make that your main focus. So good. Ambassa, you said I needed that. I'm glad I could deliver. Y'all, no problem. A couple of y'all saying thank you in the chat. No problem. I'm here for it. I'm not going to make this a requirement, but if there's anyone in the chat that had a question or wants me to manifest something specifically for them or with them, if anybody is in a stuck place and they're trying to manifest something in their future, or you just want somebody to say it out loud with you and believe with you, I'm here. Raise your hand in the chat. And I will be there and do that for you. But if not, I'm trying to think. I was like, do I want to, because it's a new series, so I keep playing every week. Do I want to pick somebody? Do I not want to pick somebody? I don't know. I feel weird about calling on people. So, okay. I don't see anyone raising their hand. So I'm gonna assume nobody is looking for that this week. That's okay. It's always an option and it's always out there. So that's gonna be my manifestations for the week. I am going to do a room in Clubhouse though later today, 4 p.m. PST, I should say, and 7 p.m. Eastern. I want to kind of dig a little deeper into the idea of shame and what it looks like and means to divorce from it. So if this resonated with you today, join me on Clubhouse later for that discussion. And if you have questions, you can ask there, and maybe it's more comfortable than trying to do it in a live. So yeah, guys, so that's gonna be Manifest Mondays. Let's see. Look, as soon as I was about to end it, you see your girl had to come in here. Let me see what she says. Madi, let's manifest for all our soon-to-be graduates and students that are ending their semester. Oh, that's beautiful. That's a beautiful way to end. Okay, yes, let's do that. All right. Madi, you be coming through. You be trying to give these people extra juice from me. You know? All right. Manifesting for our soon-to-be graduates. First of all, congratulations. The journey is never an easy one. It's one that I don't want to take anymore because I'm like, the only other degree is my doctorate, and I'm So if you are graduating in this season, congratulations to you. First and foremost, what an accomplishment. And I'm saying this as a fellow diasporan kid, first generation. It is no small feat to understand this school system in America or in the Western world and navigate that on your own. But even more so with the other pressures that the world never considers, that your parents, can't necessarily help you navigate this system because it's not one they're familiar with. If that's your story, it's mine. And then just the pressure of succeeding and having to be number one. Let me even tie this back to shame. Our immigrant parents, God bless them, use a lot of shame and guilt in raising us. And so for any of you who are graduating and maybe you're not a 4.0 student, maybe you're a 2.5, I don't care. You graduated, baby. Congratulations. There's no shame about that. If you're feeling like, damn, but I didn't do it all the way, there's no shame in it. You finished. The goal was to finish. The goal was not to be perfect. The goal is to finish. So I'm proud of you. Your parents might not say it, but I'm proud of you. And divorce yourself from any shame that you might carry around it. Because guess what? Your employers really don't care what your GPA is. And so if no one ever told you that, I'm telling you today. And if your parents have a problem with that, send them my way. Because let me tell you, they don't care. So what I'm going to manifest for you guys is that in this season of transition for you, that you don't get overcome with this idea of perfection and that you're supposed to have it all figured out, that you don't even learn to have the shame associated with not landing perfectly where you thought you were supposed to. I manifest that doors are going to open for you that might not be the doors you're expecting, but that you have the strength and the know-how to walk right through them anyways. I manifest that you don't get your dream job, that you find your purpose and you live your dream through that. I manifest that for you. I manifest that you don't find self-worth in a career, but in a purpose and in your impact in the world. And that I manifest for you that you find your light and you walk in that all the time. All right, that's what I have for you guys. So Thank you, Madi. I think that was something that our graduates need to hear. If you are graduating this season, again, I pray that for y'all. I really do. I have had post-grad depression. I know what that feels like. So believe me when I say I manifest these things for you, because post-grad depression is something different. And if you've never heard of this term and you want me to talk about it, let me know in the DMs, because I can definitely have a whole conversation around post-grad depression. So I manifest that isn't your future. I'm going to manifest that your future is far left from that. And again, I'm going to be doing a clubhouse room later today on this. I'm going to post this in my story. This live always gets saved. So thank y'all for joining me on Manifest Mondays. Have a good week. Have a blessed day. And don't forget to take some time today to manifest your dreams and your hopes and in your future.